So we have to speak up. Whatever you see injustices at all, you have to speak up. I was born in Warsaw, Poland in 1933. I remember when the Germans came in, and actually the soldiers, they weren't so bad. We lined up in lines to get food. They gave us soup and bread, and that was my first memory of the German soldiers. They were not that bad, but we learned later on what it was going to be like. The Warsaw Ghetto towards the end looked like people walking around like zombies, dead bodies, people who had starved from hunger. It was the most devastating place to live in. They took away everybody's dignity, you know? I was very, very hungry, and I told my mother that I was hungry, and she said to me, Rivala, I have nothing to give you. There's nothing to eat. What you should do is take this big rubber ball and go out and play, and you'll forget that you're hungry. We were put on trains and taken to a camp called Demblin. There were 11 children in the camp. I was the oldest among the 11. And then there was this German who said to me, "Schmeiß das Kind weg, throw the child away," because I was holding this 6-month-old little baby. I ran into the dirty clothing that the women had taken off, a pile of dirty clothes. And I could see that the same German took a machine gun and killed all 11 children right in front of me while I was watching them. I ran into the women's barrack, and the women sort of attacked me, saying, "Where are all the kids? What happened to the children?" And I said, "I don't know." I believe they probably knew. I didn't have to tell them. I was one of the youngest in my camp. I survived when I was 12. And I feel if I'm not going to speak out now, it'll be up to my children and my grandchildren and maybe great-grandchildren to tell the story of the Holocaust. So we have to speak up. Whatever you see injustices at all, you have to speak up.
I mean, essentially, they fucked with the wrong dude. I mean, to say it the right way, because your understanding of this is
like a T-shirt like that.
It's
like
not
that.
Shallow in any sense of the word. I mean, it's this opportunity now because of this. I mean, essentially, they fucked with the wrong dude. I mean, to say it the right way, because your understanding of this is
like a T-shirt like that.
It's
like
not
that.
Shallow in any sense of the word. I mean, to engage you in this.
Then a prophet arises and says, "Look, you guys, you're all successful now. You're starting to get corrupt. You're not paying attention to the widows and children. You're not running your state according to the superordinate principle." Then a prophet arises and says, "Look, you guys, you're all successful now. You're starting to get corrupt. You're not paying attention to the widows and children. You're not running your state according to the superordinate principle."
So we have to speak up. Whatever you see injustices at all, you have to speak up.
I think maybe I know how to steer the boat. You know, that's all. You try to tell the truth.
Oh, God, when you say it that way, it's so fucked up. That's obviously it, though.
If there's anything less self-evident than that.
So we have to speak up. Whatever you see injustices at all, you have to speak up.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians to create life.
Okay, I think I might understand.
He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even keep the ones he cared about from dying.
You're serious, aren't you? Mm-hmm. And why should we believe you?
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline.
He became so powerful. The only thing he was afraid of was losing his power, which eventually, of course, he did. Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then his apprentice killed him in his sleep. It's ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
It's like he said, they're cleaning up. Nobody's safe. You, your family, take it to your office, run the numbers, and tell me I'm wrong. Can I answer?
Yeah. And if those philosophers and boy lovers found that kind of now, that's a bit of a problem. We must be diplomatic. And of course, Spartans have their reputation to consider.
Living around me, you are my oblivious surroundings. I'm a conundrum, so confounding. I will echo ever sounding. I'm conundrum, so confounding. The others will always bigger. Never can they pull the trigger. That is why I am the trickster. Ancients tell my tale, enchanter of the veil. I'll kill you with age, not murder, and you'll never be my thwarter. I am darker, faster, smarter. I will not make you a